Four, three, two, one, and we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with the lovely, talented Mr. Justin Thomas James.
Oh, it's me. Hello.
And the incomparable Ms. Joe Fallak. That's right, you're in a whole new background. And tonight we are testing out for the first time something brand new on the INVICTUS stream. Streaming from the same room. It's very, very likely that we're running into issues. In fact, we might already be running into issues. Keep talking.
Oh, God.
I think we might have prematurely launched.
What's the problem?
Oh, no. What's wrong?
I don't know. It just seems like everything is...
Can't hear Joe.
Yeah, I don't think people can hear you.
Hey, Joe. Oh,
Wait. But it's...
Hey.
Did you have your mic muted?
What about now?
Oh my gosh.
I was wondering. I couldn't...
You know why? Because Harlan was
We're
like,
very
I
quiet.
always do very loud introductions. Just mute me when I go on. And then I forgot to unmute.
Wow.
Hi.
Let's just do a redo.
Let's redo.
Re-over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I'm here with the lovely Ms. Joe Fallak.
If you only knew how many times we've done this in the past hour. Hi.
And the incomparable Mr. Justin Thomas James.
36. 36 times.
36 times we've done it in the last hour, and we are here tonight on this glorious Wednesday night to bring you a brand new one-shot adventure that we are so excited to do. But let's just start off by saying welcome, and Jesus, it has been a day.
Whoa, tell the people.
We have had a really tough time. We've been trying to work this out. We've had the lovely, talented help of Mr. Tim Tabor, our old friend from many years ago.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Moons.
And he's messaging me right now. He says, watching now sounds great. So, I don't know. I guess maybe we figured it out finally. I don't really know what setup we have. It's really confusing. But it seems to be working. So, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth and say, hey, what up? Let's talk about something else. I'm too flustered to think.
Justin, what have you been working on this past week apart from making tonight happen?
Oh, this past week? What have I been working on?
I know you're always a busy guy.
Yes. Rust. I've been playing a lot of Rust, actually.
You've been fighting wolves.
Fighting wolves. Just, trying to survive, staying away from gankers. I feel like an old person when I say that word,
Gankers!
Gankers. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. No, it's been a kind of lazy week. I did finish an audiobook, so I'm feeling good about that.
Nice.
Should be starting the next one yesterday, but
Exciting stuff.
today I spent most of the day figuring out audio stuff and trying to wrap my head around this complex maze of virtual cables and craziness. So
It was, and thank you so much for sticking through it and waiting around for us, because it has been one for the ages. How tall can my hair get?
7 inches. I think.
Aliens. I like my hair tall. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, hi. Tonight, there's lots to talk about, and I'm so freaking distracted. Call of Cthulhu just wrapped. If you were a Patreon supporter, you would have gotten all 10 episodes to unlock and read.
Sink your teeth into.
Sink your teats into. And it's an exciting time. Already some people were reading it and they commented and asked some questions, and Carly was like, this is a juicy story. So if you're a Patreon supporter, make sure you go check that out, download it. It's a big boy, because I'm a big writer and a big boy. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Beyond that, Call of Cthulhu ended tonight. We have a really exciting game, which Justin put a lot of awesome work into. That's not sarcasm.
Well, I did. I think, this game is going to rely a lot on improv, which we all do very well, I think. So It'll be interesting. We're trying something different, and kind of like improv. You know, you guys, it's going to require a little bit of trust from the two of you. So I'm
Are we going to have to do some trust falls?
That's
yes.
Good.
Yes, because you're in the same room. I wanted to do an RPG where you guys, you know, we can take advantage of that same room.
The physical space.
We use a lot of the same physical space.
We do now.
Yeah, we do now. So tonight's game, Elysium, the Warden of Kynos, is a game using the Fantasy Age system. And maybe we should do a really brief character creation for the people at home.
No character creation. Straight into the game.
Straight into the game. That's the way we got to do it, right? That's how we do it on this Victus stream.
That is how we do it. Hey, we should probably do MVP first, though. Did we do that? Because it's not Call of Cthulhu anymore.
Yeah, let's do that.
So true. MVP.
Am I picking the person?
Well, I was going to
doing
give it to Louis.
my dog.
No, you wanted to give it to somebody else you mentioned during this week. Remember, you messaged me and you said
there was a very nice post. I'm going to have to fish it up. But yes, there was a very nice post.
Yeah, it was a really nice post for everybody.
Stop touching things.
Who's touching things?
I'm touching things. As people might know, this is sort of also a bit of a testing stream, so be patient with us. Give us some feedback. Joe, you might need to turn up the gain on your secondary mic because it's not pulling to you as often as I'd like.
Well, my secondary mic being the smaller of the two.
Yes.
So I don't have any gain knob on this.
No, you can move it closer to your mouth again.
It is very literally...
No, you don't have to. There's a boost in your sounds options, which I think will fix. Or just like tap it when you want the camera on you.
That's not going to happen.
That's not happening. Perfect. Okay, so let's focus. I'm focused. I'm really excited. MVP. The MVP for this week is...
Jason Griffin. For a very nice post. I just realized I don't have INVICTUS open. Just saying thank you. Thank you for all the stuff that we do. He says that he's a father of a 4-year-old autistic girl. With that comes social, behavioral, financial issues, and she needs extra help than most others. Make ends meet. Needless to say, when he does have free time, it's always spent with the family. So being able to watch live or do the chats is difficult, but he does draw lots of inspiration and the imagination that we are creating for him. He really appreciates. So thank you very much for sharing your appreciation for, you know, what we do. It's very nice to hear that. And it inspired me for this week's game. So
round of applause to you, my friend. Additionally, yes, we still use INVICTUS. I also wanted to do a shout out to Mr. Glove himself, Marvin Tanner.
Marvin.
For doing a Chapters of the Undefeated community game on our Discord channel. It is one of the coolest things that I have seen. The people are super excited to be participating in it and being a part of it. So if you're interested in joining that game, make sure you head over to the Discord chat. If you're not in the Discord chat, you should join that now. And read up on the rules and the hows and the wheres and join that game. It's a lot of fun. Terry Erickson, I think, is running this current little stretch of game. So they're all taking turns. It's a really great idea. Thank you so much, Marvin, for running that.
Love to see that initiative.
Yes.
Totally.
Initiative.
The niche.
Okay. I think we're almost ready. Are we, Justin? I don't know. Are we almost ready?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to jump into this. Lots of experimentation, new things going on today. New sound, new type of game. It's going to be interesting.
That's how I like it. Pointier hair.
You look like Jimmy Neutron.
Pointiest?
Right?
What does he say? What's his catchphrase?
Does he have one?
Yeah. I'm Jimmy Ruton.
And I'm Jimmy. You do. You look like Jimmy Neutron, babe.
I do, but I'm the Jimmy.
Have a blast.
I think he says
Have a blast.
It's have a blast.
He says don't. He says don't vote for a woman.
It says get out of my brain.
He says get out of my brain.
That's good old Jimmy.
Good old Jimmy. He says Hitler had some points.
That's my
thanks, guys. I really needed that. Oh, man.
Wrong type of Jimmy. Did you, Ginny?
Well, you were talking about me, right?
Oh, yeah. Zia had it with God a Blast.
God a blast. Oh, God a blast.
It kind of sounds like I got to take a shit.
God
like
of War.
Explosive diarrhea. God of blast.
Listen, I got a blast right now. I am out of here.
Gotta drop the kids off at the pool.
I gotta drop the kids off at the pool. Mike's not pulling to you enough. I gotta do that. Justin, do an intro while I play with your mic.
The intro to the Invictus stream. This is the intro within the intro that tells you all you need to know. I am your host, Justin. It's pulling to you now. What's going? Get the camera back on me. I'm the host.
Come here.
I'm the damn host. Yeah. Sound stuff is tough.
Why didn't you do?
Has anybody in the stream has anybody ever tried to like figure out sound stuff? Like anybody in the audience? Let's talk to the audience for a bit. We don't do that enough.
Why don't you want to start the game? They're ready for the game.
I do want to start the game. I just want to say hello. And I want to see who's here. We got L Plaster, we got Carly, we got Colin.
We're doing an old school stream.
Zia, Jeff. Got Tim, man.
We're gonna do an old school stream where we're just chatting to people for a bit.
I kind of like that. I kind of feel I need, just like hey, what's up?
Look, all the regulars are here. They knew what's up.
They knew it and they know it.
They knew it, they know it, they fizz it, they faux it.
Is the mic pointing to me now?
Much better.
Great. I mean the camera, not the mic.
There's a bit of a echo, but I mean
for you, not them.
Oh, not for them. Cool.
Is it really obnoxious, Justin?
It's not that bad. You just kind of sound like a ghost. Both of you sound kind of ghosty, which might actually work. That'll help me get into character. Maybe not. Spirit. Okay, so Harlan, I don't know why you keep delaying us. I'm ready to do this.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out my hair. I can't get it just right.
Do you need a hand?
No, I just need to figure out how I want it.
Help him out, Joe. He does need a hand.
I'll come right over there.
Can you figure out how my hair should be?
I like it down more.
Like this.
Let's get suggestions from the stream. How should Harlan do his hair?
Hey, bud. It's me, Beetlejuice.
Which one's our stream again? Ah, yes. The Warden of Kynos. Well, we gotta wait for a few seconds to get responses.
About your hair?
Yeah. The Nicolas Cage. Do the Nicolas Cage.
The Nicolas Cage? That's sort of Nicolas Cage, isn't it?
A little bit. Like, which one? Face Off?
Oh, it's Eraserhead. Oh, the really long hair?
You know what meme I kept thinking of today? When we were coming up with all those, like, diagrams and stuff? Or, which one's that?
Camera.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
We were looking at the diagrams of our drawings.
I kept on thinking of the meme for Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like crazy, like
crazy,
like this is how you work, like voice meter audio. This is how you do it.
What was he called? Peppy.
I'm imagining a different meme where there's that blonde woman's face and it's like all different triangles.
I know that one too. You're talking about.
Oh yes.
Peppy Sylvia. I know what you're talking about too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what your mic's doing, Joe. I think it's turning itself down, which was the problem that I had to install voice meter in the first place.
Why is it turning itself down?
Because Google is the worst, and it's auto-correcting based on how loud you are.
Weird.
Well.
And now,
Yeah, you were kind of cutting out. I think it was maybe your gate
Me?
that was cutting out there, Harlan. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a gate. I wonder if a gate's necessary now.
Maybe not for you. I think for Joe it is still necessary because she's got the hotter mic. It sounds.
What
like,
if I
or the
just
less directional
keep
one.
my microphone properties open and I just
keep adjusting it?
Keep readjusting it.
You
Yeah,
can
it
definitely
had
do
me
that.
down to 60.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Oof. Why does it do that?
Because this is the whole problem that started my voice meter thing in the first time.
Oh, okay. So then,
It's like that fucking thing that makes all those planes crash. It's the computer is adjusting for something and you're like,
shit, you know what? Actually, that's true.
right?
Yeah, that's
Their
actually
altitude.
That's actually really true. All right, I'm gonna try turning down my gate a bit.
I didn't know planes did that.
Yeah, remember that whole thing that planes crashed?
737s.
Everyone listen and tell me how bad Joe's echo gets when I play with this. Yeah, the 737 issue that had a whole bunch of crashes. All these planes would be taken off, and it had this auto adjust program that, like, when it reached a certain height, it would force the nose down. But they didn't tell any of the pilots. So as the plane kept getting higher, it kept forcing it down and basically just forced a crash.
Essentially, I think there was a kind of slight engineering problem with the planes where their nose would tip up a little bit. And so instead of telling the pilots about it so that the humans could compensate for the error, they wrote in an overriding program into the plane's software that would tip the nose down.
Yeah.
And it ended up in this like series of glitches that the pilots couldn't override or having trouble dealing with. So you can watch the altitude of the plane before the crash, and it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, as the pilot, the human pilot is wrestling with the computer
and
override.
Then people died.
Terrifying. Yeah, tons of people died.
I think what fascinates me about that is that they got that entire story paints such a vivid picture, but all of that information was just from the black box. They're just looking at, like, it's not like they're looking at like video and audio of the
well, I think it was also the people like admitting, oh yeah, we did install this software, because that was installed programs to accommodate for like the updating. Because the whole reason this started is because like Boeing or whatever the competitor was, I don't remember who crashed it, created a better plane first, and then this company, the 737, which might be Airbus or something, whatever, they tried to make it comparable and then sort of rushed it. And added the software to make it work. It's actually interesting. Vice did like a mini documentary on it, which was only like 10 minutes. It only happens when Harlan is talking that it jumps to Joe. Oh yeah, it is jumping to you. But that's because she's adjusting her thing, I think, on the fly.
I'm not touching it anymore.
That could be.
I'm not touching.
It's just because we're in the same room.
But can you hear her in the background of this mic?
I can,
That's
but I don't
the
know about
question.
them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tough to tell what they can hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you hear the background of hey stream?
Hey, stream.
Most professional stream ever. This is kind of just going to be a wash stream, I think.
This is not about being professional. This is about hanging out and, you know, spending time with our cool community. Like, we're doing that.
Yeah,
And
legit.
we are doing something
that
that is going to benefit everybody in the end.
It is on cardioid already, Lechip. We got that covered, and the gain is all the way down. That was the first thing we tried.
What's cardioid?
That's the it's a single direction, so it's pointed at me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rather than omnidirectional.
Right. Yeah, I totally knew that.
We could use voice meter with Joe. Okay, all right. I think that we should be able to talk about this, but we have to do it
the
in
stream's already
character.
shit, so why, or not shit. Sorry, that's not fair. Why don't we just do this? Because I know what you're saying. Put her new mic through voice meter and then change the output on voice meter in Google Hangouts so that it doesn't auto adjust.
Exactly.
So let's just do that.
Let's just do
Can we
that.
do that?
And in the meantime, I will tell a story. Actually, you know what? I actually could read a story
You should read a story.
while you guys are doing that.
Do it.
All right, let's find a short story. Hey, let's get some short story suggestions from the crowd. Who we got? We got Langdon, we got Jeff, we got Colin, we got Carly, we got Le Chip, we got Zia, we got De Facto. Send some short story suggestions. Just short. I'm probably not going to finish the whole thing. But just, give them some time to figure it out, and then they can pause me. Story time with Justin. Intermittent, interrupted stories with Justin. Thwarted plot lines where Joe and Harlan need to test things, maybe, while I'm reading. Green Eggs and Ham. Yeah, I'll read it. Green Eggs and Ham. Green eggs and ham. Me do not like them. Sam I am. There is this great Jamaican patois reading of Green Eggs and Ham on YouTube. I highly recommend it.
Hear Justin on the call anymore. I can't hear.
It says goat. So you should be able to hear me. Oh, in a voice meter. She just has to change some voice meter settings, I think. All right. Let's do this. Green Eggs and Ham. I am Sam. I am. That Sam. I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here? Or there? Feel free to interrupt me at any point, guys.
Perfect, because we got to test this out now. Can you... Okay, let me check this. OBS is catching me. Joe, can you talk?
Yeah, I can absolutely talk.
Okay, but it's not pulling her.
Yeah.
Can you hear her, Justin?
Yeah, I hear.
And the stream can hear her, but it's not pulling you.
Right.
So you need to change your setting. Okay.
On my banana?
On Google Hangouts, I guess.
Carly. No! What became of Sam?
Is it pulling to me now? Yeah. Well.
It
Good.
is not pulling.
Keep reading, Justin.
Okay. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. Okay, so we need some voices for this. Should we do... So, the guy who likes green eggs and ham, who's his voice or her voice? And the person who doesn't like green eggs and ham, we need a voice for that person as well. So, I'm looking for some audience participation here. Give me some voices. I'll choose ones that I like. Probably the first two that pop up.
Please.
Hey! While we're working on things, why don't you guys make a character for the chapters of The Undefeated? That was a suggestion from River Greyfield, who I imagine is Carly's character. French, okay. So we have one French person, and Droopy Dog. What does Droopy Dog sound like? Do you guys know Droopy Dog? Oh, little. Kind of like this. It's Droopy Dog. All right, I'll try that. And then the other one was French. Okay, so Droopy Dog doesn't like green eggs. Oh, does like green eggs and ham. And does like green eggs and ham. And French does not like them. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse.
I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am.
Whoa, brutal. That was kind of glitchy. It sounds really, it's really hot.
It's very hot, you guys. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box. Not with a fox. Not in a house. Not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere.
I'm kind of bridging the gap between French and Russian here, I think.
I would not eat green eggs and ham. Do not like them, Sam I am.
Kind of like
Greedo! Or Wado, whatever his name. Wado, I think that's his name. Oh, this is Droopy Dog. Oh, gee. Just looking at the image conjures up the sound. Oh, Droopy Dog. Alright, where was I? Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox. Not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you? Could you? In a car? Oh. Eat them, here they are. Try it, it's pretty good.
All right, let's test this again.
You sure?
I don't know. Let's find out. So this is me now talking, Joe.
This is me now talking. Justin?
That sounds pretty good. Hey, hello.
Hi.
It shouldn't be peaking anymore. Is it drawing back to you whenever we want it?
I don't know. Is it drawing back to me whenever we want it?
Seems like it. How's the stream sound, everybody?
God. Good, I hope.
Looks like it sounds good. It sounds good to me, which is a surprise.
It looks like it sounds good. Tim's doing something. Got my volume cranked to 11, and she's not picking up on your mic or vice versa, at least when you're talking into your mic. When you turn your head towards her, you pick up your mic. Say, okay.
Well, hopefully it's working right now.
I think that's good. Sounds good.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to finish this story first, and then just kidding.
Well, it was a good story.
I'm just kidding.
This is great. People didn't know that the Wednesday would lead this way. How can we make it worth their while?
Hey, let's play a game.
Does anyone want to see my testicles?
Let's play a kick-ass.
Does anyone want to see it?
You know the answer to that. You know. See, Carly's already clapping.
Perfect.
First, so Junior Jedi says, first live stream I get to watch. And
oh my god, I'm so sorry.
So sorry, Junior Jedi.
Don't. Well, we don't need to apologize. No, like we are having a good time. This is part of the growing pains, and you get to bear witness to us struggle through this.
But I also think whatever your idea is going to be really cool. So here's what I'm going to suggest, because I think, Joe, your audio is working now.
It should be.
It seems to be pulling.
We have people clapping in the Discord.
People are clapping. Okay.
Clapping
in
and clacking.
Clacking. I'm thinking let's do a redo, and I'll cut out the beginning of all this when we put it on YouTube. So, officially restart. Now that I'm focused, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with the lovely and talented Mr. Justin Thomas James.
Hello, everybody.
And the lovely Miss Joe Fallak.
Smile! That's all I have.
And we are here with a brand new, fantastic role-playing game, a one-shot called Elysium. The Warden Kynos.
Exactly.
I don't remember the name
exactly,
of it.
Kynos.
That's close. Kynos.
And it is using the Fantasy Age system, and we are so excited to play tonight. I would like to do a quick shout out to the MVP, the most valuable post being
Jason Griffin.
Jason Griffin. Thank you.
Being a look of blank terror.
And a shout out to Marvin Tanner for doing such an amazing job at running the Chapters of the Undefeated Discord channel. If you want to join that, please do. That is it from us. Justin, why don't you take us into this beautiful world that you have crafted for us tonight as we descend into the madness that is whatever this game is.
Perfect.
If time is but an illusion, a concept conceived by mere men, then eternity itself carries no more significance than the snap of a finger. It is all relative, you see. For a newborn babe, 5 minutes feels like an age. But to an immortal, a god, entire nations may rise and fall in the span of decades, and yet would feel as fleeting as a passing breeze. A life in retrospect always feels ephemeral. No matter how dramatic were their days in the realm of form, most forget quickly, moving on to whatever the great cosmos has to offer next. There are some, however, who struggle with letting go. Perhaps they experience regret for not living enough. They do not feel ready to return to the ether. They cling to their former selves, warping and distorting their former bodies, no longer in sync with the universe's guiding hand. But I am rambling, as I tend to do these years. All you must know is that some souls have a different fate still. They are ushered to a new realm, one that straddles the link between form and formless. A realm called Elysium.
Part 1. The Darkness. You awaken in complete darkness. The ground is hard and dusty. Your mouth is parched and breathing is difficult. Your throat is completely dry. You do not know where you are, how long you've been here, how you got here, or even who you are. What do you do?
I reach for the darkness and feel the cold stone by my feet. Try to pad around, and after a moment I call out, "Is anyone there?"
I scrub the back of my hand across my lips.
And you hear a voice. A voice in the darkness. It is a male voice.
Is that me, or this is a male voice?
That's you, yes.
Oh, okay.
It is you.
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes, who's this?
I don't quite remember.
Where are we?
I'm not too sure. I reach around for my pockets and feel if there's any tinder or anything.
You don't have anything. You're wearing pretty much just rags that are covering your immodest places.
I'm not too sure. I'm not wearing my clothes. Well, I'm wearing clothes, but I'm not wearing anything that I think is... I have no idea. I don't remember my name. What's your name?
I don't know.
Your voices echo in a space that sounds like some sort of tunnel system. In fact, you guys are hearing each other from a distance. You aren't in the same room.
I can try to make my way towards you. If you call out, I can try to work my way. I stand up and try to walk for a wall, but I'm not too sure.
All right. No, that's fine. That makes sense. Well, so I guess I should talk for a while.
Please.
Excellent. So you begin to talk and continue to make random noises like check, check, testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, that sort of thing. Until as Harlan, you make your way down the passage.
Oh.
And it's round. And it feels like there are some like stones and bricks that have broken away, and you stumble across some of them. You hear a rat scuttle by your feet.
Oh.
And it seems much bigger than you would expect any rat to be. But eventually, you make your way to the other voice, and the echoes diminish as you can sense another presence.
And on the cusp of touching them, I sort of said, I found you. Thank you for guiding me here, but I'm not too sure. I can't really feel you in the darkness. I'm not too sure what. Listen, you seem much taller than me too.
Here. She holds her hand down towards the voice. Here I am.
Oh. And I reach up and realize that I'm much shorter than this person, this large hand that my smaller one sort of sits almost comfortably in. I'm like, oh, you're quite large. Thank you so much. Do you see?
As soon as your hands touch, your mid sentence, when you are taken to a vision, you get a sense of this other person, who they are, without actually seeing them or having been told. Joe, why don't you describe the personality of this person that you're touching right now?
The person that I'm touching right now is curious. They're modest, but they have a supreme intellect that they're shy a little bit of showing. They are warm. They're generous. But a little bit reserved.
Beautiful. And Harlan, who is this person that you sense when you touch hands?
That I'm touching hands with is strong and capable and stubborn, but in a beautiful way. She's proud, but kind, and someone who is not to be trifled with. Someone who is trustworthy and loyal, but also quite scary when she has to be.
Excellent. And there's a moment of silence as you are pretty much holding hands as you cut off your speech.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be holding your hand there. Yeah, I'm not. I could be married. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. I could be married to you. You feel like a lady. And I reach out in the darkness.
Oh, watch where your hands go.
No, I didn't mean anything by that. Oh, no, I only meant that I mean, do you see anything from up there about maybe where we are?
No. She puts both of her hands flat on the ceiling. No light here. Anywhere you came from, little one.
I came from maybe back there, but honestly, I'm not too sure at this point. It seems all like a complete circle. Everything around me is the same color, dark, of nothing.
And as you stop and try to take stock and let your eyes and senses adjust to the darkness, you feel the pull of another vision. You sense something about this person that you didn't quite get in the first vision, but it is growing in your mind as we speak. And I want you both to roll a 1d4. So you guys are in this dark passage, and this is kind of like a tutorial almost of how I'm hoping that this game will go. You guys are in this dark passage, and you're hopefully going to be trying to get a way out. You've got blank fantasy age character sheets, and we're going to start assigning some stats. But the way that we're going to decide what stats to assign is it's going to be given by the other person.
Okay.
In this instance. So I want you both to roll a 1d4.
Yes.
And so tell me what you got.
I've rolled a 1.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
But for some reason it's not showing up.
I've got it.
Excellent. So, and this is where kind of the improv aspect goes of, your characters today are going to be, they're not going to be balanced. It's not going to be fair. So Harlan rolled a 4, which means he gets to assign that 4 to one of Joe's abilities. And Joe gets to assign her 1 that she rolled to one of Harlan's abilities. Strength. Okay. So you have a vision of this other being that is standing before you in the darkness. What do you see? What do you sense of it?
She's really large, but in a really complimentary way. I don't know, I pushed something wrong. Very large in a very complimentary way, and I look at her in my eyes, and she looks like she was chiseled from marble. She's just so impressive.
So to be clear, you haven't actually seen her yet.
I feel
it's still complete darkness.
I feel that she's chiseled from marble. She seems like she's absolutely just beautifully sculpted, and I can feel the weight and the strength in her hands and the veins that run along them, and I'm like, whoa.
And there's a memory that goes with that, something in her past that you sense from being next to her.
Yes, I see her standing on a battlefield, and people all around her looking to her for guidance, waiting for orders, looking towards the oncoming onslaught, and she stoically, her long brown hair, looking towards the setting sun as the imposing force comes, and she draws her sword with all the confidence that she has, and she almost coyly smiles and says, "Hold your ground." Her stature alone is just impressive, especially for someone like me, so little and silly.
Excellent. And so you assigned that 4 to strength. And Joe, what ability will you be assigning?
So 1 is a low number, right? You want high numbers in Dragon Age?
1 is a low number, yes.
All right. I'm assigning 1 to Constitution. As I hold this small individual's hand, in mine. I can feel the delicate nature of the bones contained within the flesh. And I feel the soft pads of his fingertips. And I know him somehow to be a creature that is delicate in a way that I'm not. I have a vision. I remember him sitting down at a table, a feast of some merriment, where food and wine was being shared freely, and he had but one glass of wine, and nearly fell underneath the table, made quite a fool of himself. I know this creature to be one of very slight constitution.
Excellent. And you're back in the present moment, where this other person's with you.
Well, sorry, I feel like I felt something there for a moment. Not anything. No, not like that. I just meant like.
Do I know you?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do I know you? I feel like I've seen you somewhere, almost like in your past, like standing on a battlefield or something.
Maybe. Come now. Come with me.
All right. And I sort of look around. Do you mind if I just... And I reach out to hold your hand. Do you mind if I just, like, hold your hand a little bit? Don't want to get lost.
Of course.
Thank you.
And we slowly, cautiously make our way through the room.
Excellent.
The next tunnel or chamber.
Excellent. So you start making your way down the tunnel, and they are winding. Every now and then you hear an echoing sound booming through that seems like it comes from distant. You get the impression after you're walking for about 15 minutes or so that these tunnels go for miles, and they're an absolute maze. So I'm going to have you guys do a roll. We're going to be rolling for perception. So the way rolling works in Dragon Age, or Fantasy Age rather, it's the same as Dragon Age, is you roll three d6s. One of those d6s is a different color, and that's going to be called your drama die or dragon die in Dragon Age.
I stunted, by the way.
You stunted. Ooh.
I have a 4, a 4, and a 3.
Okay. So there are.
Justin was just about to describe how it works.
Well, I was thinking that would be a good opportunity for him to use it as an example.
Okay, so yes, perfect. So you stunted. So what you guys both rolled well. You both have 2 of the same color and 1 of the off color. That's your drama die. And so Harlan says that he's stunted, which means that he got matching die. Those 2 4s match. So then that means that he gets something called stunt points, which he can then spend to do something fun. Like if you're in combat, you might be able to... Yeah, exactly. Like you might be able to attack twice or knock someone prone, depending on the cost of the action you want to do. So he's got 3 stunt points. And for the case of this game, I actually do not have these stunt points up in front of me right now.
I have them up, and I've already posted them to the chat for everyone to read. I'm going to use an exploration stunt. Okay. So my exploration stunt, I can use 3 stunt points, which means I can either do a 1 and a 2, or a 2 and a nothing, or a 3. And I'm just going to read off some of these for the stream so that they know what's up. So 1, for example, in an exploration stunt, is an advantageous position. You make your discovery from an advantageous position of your choice up to 2 yards away from the place that would normally lead to your discovery with respect to the object of your test. You may wait until the GM describes what you found, if relevant, before you choose your position. This stunt can be used multiple times in the same test. That's number 1. If I want to spend 2 stunt points, I can do one of these 2 options. 1, if resources of any kind are typically consumed in the course of your test, you only use half as much as you normally would, which is a great option. Or speedy search, you complete your test in half the time it would otherwise take, which means if I was searching a house, I could half that time. Or the 2 other 3 options that I can afford are One's called That Makes Me Wonder, which you may immediately make another perception test at no additional cost in time or resources to discover more information about your surroundings or the object of your test. Or I can do the object of your attention. Receive +1 bonus to further test to examine or perceive additional aspects of the object of your test until the time or venue changes. I'm going to use that. So I'm going to spend my 3 stunt points to get the object of your attention. So now I get a +1 bonus to more tests if we have to roll perception in this same venue. That's how stunt works.
Beautiful. Okay, so what did you get as your... Oh, and was that all clear, Joe?
The
Yep.
number of stunt points that were allocated are based on the drama die.
Correct.
Yes, exactly.
And it only matters if you get doubles. And you did, I think, didn't you?
I did not.
Oh, so you do not get stunt points then. Justin got stunt points because he had 2 and 2 and 2.
And how do I resolve my dice?
So yours is just a straight up and down. 4 + 5 + 2. Right, Justin?
Mm-hmm.
But what does that give me?
So then that's going to be 11 as your perception test. And because you guys are still getting to know yourselves, you do not have a perception stat allocated yet. And that might come later on. But for now, you don't have anything, so it's just going to be a flat 11.
And it's just a target number
And
for us, right? Like you've just chosen a target number for the perception.
yes,
Perfect.
We're
So
trying
we
to
both got
beat
11 'cause
a
I also have
DC,
11.
basically.
you're trying to beat a DC. What did you get, Harlan?
Also 11. So we both got 11. The only difference is I stunted, so I get a +1 on future rolls in this area.
Every time you say stunted, I just picture your little dude on a skateboard.
Well, he's quite stunted. He's just trying to do... Oh, you mean like that? I thought you mean like he did a stunt.
No, he did like an ollie
Well,
or
that
something.
too.
So as you guys are walking along, you reach a fork, and you both stop at the same time as
Oh, sorry.
you feel a slight, very, very, very slight breeze, and you stop to take stock and sense whether or not you just imagined it. And sure enough, there is a slight breeze coming down the left hallway.
I wonder... Are you smell... Do I smell? I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. These rags, they're dirty and there's holes in them. Look.
No, there's a breeze.
Oh, does it smell like anything?
Can't tell.
Maybe we should head down anyway and just see if there's anything.
All right.
Perfect. So you begin making your way down that. This one winds and stays straight without any forks for quite a while. And it's about 20 minutes later that it does branch out into another fork. And I want you guys to do another perception check.
Perfect. Mine will be at a +1.
Yep.
Mine will be a 7 total.
Okay. And Harlan?
Right now. So mine is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Okay, so with a 12, you are able to sense where the breeze is coming from, and you feel it strongly now. And actually, there is a slight, you catch a slight scent coming along with it, and it smells like, I guess, plant matter.
Interestingly enough, in this area, I can smell a little bit of... Well, I don't know where you're from. I don't even know what you look like, but back where I come from on the surface land, and our small little huts are filled with plants and flowers and things like that. And coming outside in the morning, I can take a deep breath and smell the earth, smell the dirt, and smell all the greenery all around my little house. It smells a little like that. Plants, do you know what I mean?
I don't
Soil
smell
and
anything.
leaves.
Soil and leaves is people. You don't smell anything. Well, fair enough. Well, follow me. And I take your little hand and I continue, your giant hand, and I keep going that area, that direction.
Maybe you're just closer to the ground.
Maybe I am pretty close to the ground, I think.
Okay. I want you guys to do a D20 roll. Both roll a D20.
Really getting the use of the full gamut of these die
About time,
today.
7.
Natural one.
Why
Oh my
not?
god. Please don't
Natural
be rolling
one.
for me.
Okay, so you guys continue on down the path. Nothing happens, though you do start to smell this earthy plant smell more and more as you follow through the tunnels. And
You
eventually...
smell it now. It's nearly up my nostrils.
Yes. Yes, I do.
What does it remind you of?
Reminds me of traveling through the woods by myself, hearing bird song.
Nice.
So these memories that come to you, they're very fleeting. They don't seem to carry the same weight as the visions that you had with the others, like when you were first envisioning the other person. As you do reach a bend, you turn around it and you see light. For the first time in the past hour since you've been awake, you do see some light trickling in, and there's a bit of an opening that's cast in this greenish, dim light from looks like part of the wall or ceiling has caved in a bit, letting some light leak in.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely light. And I run over towards it, hoping for a way to get out.
It's mostly blocked. There's some big boulders and debris that has fallen from the ceiling and is blocking your way. Just a few cracks of light are coming in.
Can I see my reflection, or rather my hands or anything in the light? Or
you cannot, but for the first time, you are able to see your companion.
Oh.
And Joe, why don't you describe what Harlan looks like?
He's a short-statured creature. He's a gnome. He has this unruly mop of dirty blonde hair curled all out around his temples. And these rosy cheeks. His brown little eyes that twinkle. And as he excitedly runs over to the shaft of light that is entering the tunnels, he has this hope that spreads across his face, this like single-mindedness that's very pleasing to watch. He's wearing rags, you said?
Yes. You're both wearing these rags.
Something that looks like at one point it could have been fashionable, but is now tattered and torn and soiled beyond repair. And
Excellent.
His forearms are covered in curly blonde hair as well. He's like not hobbit-like, but he's a hirsute gnome.
Okay. Excellent. And I'd like for you to roll a 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 2. Okay, so start thinking about what ability you want to give that to Harlan for. And Harlan, what does your companion look like?
I turn to the woman that I've been traveling with, and I see a large, muscular, green-skinned orc. She has a wide nose with ridges along it that give it sort of almost a pierced, creased look, as if it's been broken many times, but the lines in it are deep, as if they were driven there by some cultural significance. She has long, greasy black hair tied into a knot of sorts, a braid, I guess, that hangs down her back long and is tied with a violet ribbon that looks stained and old, like an heirloom. She has long, almost milky white fingernails that are concave and sharp. She has tusks that stick out from either corner of her mouth towards her eyes, which are a glistening violet in themselves. One of them a bit paler than the other, I noticed at first. And in her nose she sports a gold rusted ring, jewelry of sorts. Another is drawn into her tusk. And as she passively sneers at me arriving in the vein of light, I turn to her and almost reactively hide myself, turn to the stones and about to dive behind them, knowing that orcs and gnomes rarely get along. But I stop and I look up towards her and just say, "Oh my God, you're beautiful."
Oh, thank you. She rubs her hand pensively over the tusk that has jewelry in kind of a habitual motion, playing with the worn jewelry. Is there a way out over there, little one?
I thought you were going to ask me, is there a Mrs. Little One? I don't see one, and I turn around and start looking. I can't quite. I rolled a 3, by the way.
3. Okay.
And I'll give that to her Constitution.
Constitution. Okay. Great. So you can put that onto your Constitution there,
Harlan,
Joe.
your 2 goes into fighting.
Nice. I suck.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. You know what you should do? I don't know how your plan is. Are there 6 or 8 attributes?
There are 9.
9. You know what would be a great way to do this? Have us each roll 4, and then each take what we've already rolled for the other person.
That's a good idea.
Right? That way we're spread evenly, but just in the opposite way. Meaning that I'm going to roll 2 more for Joe, and then what she's rolled for me.
You just want the 3 and the 4 that you rolled for.
Oh, absolutely. But if I also roll for them, well, but that way it's even. If
No,
you
but that's a
roll-
good idea. It balances it out.
Exactly.
And then you still get the same mechanic. Okay, cool. Let's try that. So, you are standing at this opening where there's light coming in. You can hear the breeze and you can feel it stronger now as it's rustling some leaves that are coming from
Help me get this out.
outside.
I'm eager for light. And I start pulling away the stones, but they're so heavy and massive.
She walks quickly over to the wall and sets her large arms around a boulder and heaves.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the athletics focus.
I'm
That
sorry,
feels like
which?
it's there is a focus called athletics, and basically that's like specific skills that are tied to these attributes.
Okay.
And that means that anything athletic, you're going to get a +2.
Okay.
All right. And then to keep in mind that I need to give 1 to Harlan's character. So you pick this up, this boulder up. Why don't you go ahead and give me a strength roll?
I will do so. All right. I mean, you can't stunt with your drama dice, can you?
Yeah, you
Yep.
still get 1 point.
Oh, great.
As long as there's doubles.
Yes. So I have an 8 total with a stunt. I guess I have 10 total if I can add my athletics focus.
Yes, you can, but then you can also add your 4 to strength.
Ah. Okay. So I have a 14 and 1 stunt.
Excellent. Okay, so you reach and grab this big chunk of flat stone that was part of the ceiling once, and you pull it to the side, and dust begins to fall, and some larger stones tumble down, and you manage to dodge out of the way in time as the opening begins to be cleared up.
Is this stunt point that I've earned something I can bank for a future spend?
Unfortunately not. Stunt points are mostly useful in combat. That's the time where they're the most.
But my favorite's in the role playing, because she could use bon mot, which is you tag the perfect witty remark to end your action, affecting all those who hear it that much more deeply. If you can't think of one, the rest of the players and the GM quickly brainstorm options and you choose among them.
Oh
Like
yeah,
little...
I forgot about that one.
I love all the non-combat stunts. They're fun. They're just like little reasons to be more.
This rock won't bother us any longer. Rolls it into the cavern.
Perfect. All right.
Well put there. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to try to squirm through the hole that she just opened.
Excellent. And you managed to. You're small enough, and between the two of you, you from the top and her bottom, you managed to open up the gap wide enough that she can get through as well. And as you pull yourself out, you find yourselves in a courtyard type area. The sun is coming through a thick canopy of shrubs and trees that have overgrown in this area. It's an urban area, but the road is overgrown. There is weeds growing between the cracks, vines growing up the sides of these flagstone houses.
Thank God. I'm so happy that we got out of there. What? Do you remember your name yet? Because I don't remember my name.
A word is coming back to me. Do I know it, Justin?
I'm going to say no, but you guys can come up with things to call each other.
Can I just call you?
Uh-oh.
Can't think. No, I'm just thinking.
Oh.
I was just acting.
That's not a name.
Can I just call you Ambrosia?
All right. It's a little flowery for me, but I like it.
I'm a little flower.
Ambrosia. And you I'll call Moby.
Moby?
Moby.
All right. Well, at least we have names for each other, Ambrosia. Say, Ambrosia, why do you think that we were sitting in that there prison of sorts? I mean, I don't remember doing anything wrong to anybody. I doubt these hands could be much of anything.
No, Moby. But I feel like I recall a world where you can be made to forget.
Oh, like ambrosia. I mean amnesia. Yeah.
Yes.
In the middle of this courtyard, you see behind some tall standing shrubs, there is a campfire. It doesn't look like it's been used recently, but you get this odd pulling feeling somewhere deep inside you. There is a yearning to approach this fire and light it.
And Moby, not being one for waiting, sort of walks right over and kneels down and starts striking tinder to see if he can light it.
Excellent.
Nothing like a fire.
That's what I'd say. I mean, I love being outside, but the crackling of the fire, the growing embers towards the night sky. Oh, I grew up around fires, I think.
And the fire ignites, and you're immediately bask in a warmth and a comfort that just settles on your soul. And you each have a memory, but this time the memory is of your own. Harlan, why don't you roll a 1d4?
Hmm.
And Joe, why don't you roll a 1d4?
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. So, Harlan, or I guess Moby, tell me what your memory is. and ascribe this memory to an attribute.
It will be charisma or persuade or what?
Okay.
What is it called? Charisma in this?
No.
Communication.
It is communication.
That's it. It'll be communication. And I remember, I was the mayor. I forgot. I was the mayor of my town. Back where I came from, I was elected. All my friends, they came out and they shook my hand and they put my name in the ballot. See, where I come from, you don't put your name in the running. You don't want to be mayor. Mayor is something that's assigned to you when you are the grandest man or lady in your village. And all the people, they anonymously vote. And I was picked. All the people, all my friends, they wanted me to be the representative of our little village. And I was for many years. And that's the last time I remember. I remember being up on the podium and thanking everybody for saying, well, thank you. And I remember the big party we had, and I did my job, and I did it well.
Was your town all full of gnomes like you?
Well, yes. Yeah, they're all gnomes like me. I mean, we were a peaceful little town. I can scarcely remember it. I remember the babbling brooks and the broken trees and the beautiful warm sunset and the farm field lands. And there was the tunnels that went underground for miles and miles and the tinkerers' workshops. And I think my daddy was a tinkerer. Either way, I remember talking quite a lot, as I'm sure you've gathered from me.
I don't mind. She rubs the jewelry on her tusk.
And Ambrosia, your memory starts to come back. What do you assign your 3 to?
I'm assigning my 3 to fighting. And as Moby continues chattering about the various town hall meetings he had to conduct and the time that one of the neighbors had a fight with the other neighbor about their chickens and he had to step in as mayor and do official mayor business, her mind starts to wander and she starts to recall a sound that feels like thunder, something that shakes her organs. And she looks over his head, past the cinders escaping into the sky, remembering the sound of 1,000 footfalls, something that you would only ever hear once in a lifetime, most of the time. She remembers sitting around a campfire much like this one, with 6 or 7 of her closest friends, other orcs like her, people sharpening weapons at night, eating from a shared cookpot, discussing all of the kills that they succeeded in, their maneuvers from the day, laughing off the wounds that they had taken and reveling in it, the glory of battle.
The glory of battle. And as you feel this thrill of the fight return to you as you sit by this campfire, you hear a chuckling. And you've both been kind of caught in your reveries.
I was also doing this, and then I was the mayor, and then I remember doing that.
And the chuckling grows closer, and then you also hear the sound of a wagon approaching. And the clip-clopping of hooves. Souls are stirring.
Hello? Hello?
Souls are stirring at the bonfire once again. And from around the corner, a long shadow being cast from the sun behind them, you see a wagon being pulled by a donkey. And walking beside this donkey is what looks to be a very, very short, shriveled, well, around your height, shriveled old lady wearing a black cowl and carrying a walking stick.
Psst, Ambrosia.
As she walks towards
Do you
it.
think it's the lady laughing or the donkey?
Who goes there? Do you hear
The
me?
lady. My hearing should be, but I do. War song soul.
Your mic is cutting out a little bit, Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't speaking into it. I do hear you. Do you hear me?
Turn up your gain in Discord.
Yeah, come closer to the
Your
fire,
input sensitivity.
old lady.
I guess
You guys can turn me up in Discord as well, eh? Or is it just my
No, it's like where
mic
you're.
cutting up?
Yeah, it's your mic cutting up.
The level.
Oh, okay. I can turn it up there. Is that better?
Much better.
Just
Is
the
that
sensitivity.
better?
Drop
Yeah.
the sensitivity right down. Does she say she wanted to come by the fire?
She looks like she could use a rest. You there?
Hello. It has been a while since I've encountered arts. Do you mind if I join you? And my mule, of course.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it sounds. It sounds. I mean, sounds like it's your fire.
Oh, it is no more mine than it is any passer-by. Ah. How did you arrive here? Or are you just like the others, wandering, lost, without names, without a purpose?
I wouldn't say that. No, we woke up in the darkness. All the other underholds there. I mean,
What do you mean, like the others?
yeah, what do you mean like the others? I don't think we're like the others.
You haven't encountered them yet, have you? Interesting. You are not the only people here. Well, besides myself, of course. You are new to Kynos.
Is that where we
Yes.
are? Kynos.
I don't think I recognize that name. Kynos. Is it kind of like Kynos?
Well, no. It is the name of the village. The name of these people, the Kynosians. Here, just west of the plains.
Planes? Planes of what? What type of planes?
So many questions. But I have a question for you. You are capable of thought, yes?
What? Like, I mean, yes, yeah. But that's sort of,
You
yes.
are not. You are not just shambling, tortured souls that feed off of anyone who happens to still be living, like the others.
No. No. We're not like that.
Let me start over. I feel like it has been so long since I've encountered any of the kind that I am at a loss for words. But if I can get my thoughts in order. And she sits down for a moment and she reaches towards a hanging satchel on the side of the mule and she pulls it down and she reaches in and she starts to pull out a mortar and pestle and she throws some leaves and some spices into it as she mutters to herself, "Ah, yes, I will tell them all there is to know."
Well,
And after a few moments,
that's all there is to know.
she throws it on the fire suddenly, and the fire ignites into the sky. And she says, "Look deep. Look at the fire."
All right. And I look into the fire.
As you look into it, you see a village. And there are walls surrounding it. And as you zoom in deeper into the fire, you see it's teeming with life.
This is what the village of Kynos used to be. Once a thriving community teeming with bustling trade, artists, shows, delicious foods, and high philosophy. I sold my wares here, but that was when I was but a young lady. Now it is a ruins. Tortured souls walk the streets, holding on to a past that is long gone. And she looks down, shaking her head, and goes silent for a bit.
Well, all right. I mean, that's nice and all that, and I appreciate you sharing your family history with us, but we're more interested in leaving this place. So if you could kindly point us to the direction of the exit, then me and my Ambrosia here, not my Ambrosia, but the lady Ambrosia, will probably just saunter off that way and be gone from here, and I think I'd probably have some early duties to do, so toodaloo. And Moby stands up and sort of nervously starts looking towards an exit. Which direction did you say it was again, kindly old creepy lady? Not creepy, just kindly old scary. Not scary. Weird lady.
The fire to warm them.
You wish to leave. You would not help me, hmm?
Well,
Then...
No. It's not. We're not saying that we won't help you. I'll help you. What are you looking for help for? I didn't. Did you mention that you're looking for help? Did he say? Did she say that she needed help?
No.
If you wish to leave, I will not stop you. There are 4 gates that line these walls. There is the gate to the west, which leads to the castle, and then, of course, the plains to the east, and the garden gates to the south, and the clockwork gates to the north. But, of course, you cannot just pass through them. You'll need a key. Well... And she turns to Ambrosia, who's still sitting beside her. Ambrosia, you're not moving. You're not following Moby.
Well, Moby's like standing. He's just like looking around the fire, like nervously, but he's not going anywhere.
She's got a stick.
Okay, a quick pause. I can't hear Joe anymore.
She's got a stick in the fire that she's burning contemplatively.
I see. Okay. And she turns to you and says, "Are you a patient soul? Would you listen?"
Patient up to a point, you understand. But I will hear your tale.
Very well. And she just ignores Moby, who is kind of standing at the mouth to the rest of the city, I guess.
Yeah, he's just looking around the fire nervously, and he's just like sort of ignoring it. And he's like, "What did you say? Sorry. Why are we not leaving this place? Doesn't it scare you? Makes you uncomfortable?"
No, Moby. We must learn what she has to tell us. Come here. Come sit.
You are welcome to leave, but there are some dangers that I could tell you about before you do. You are what I call the Nameless. Souls that have been brought into Elysium after passing in your own realm, that now are in the realm in between.
Are you saying that we're dead?
Oh, dead is such a final term. I'm saying that you have passed on from whatever former life you remember.
No. No.
Yeah.
That also sounds a lot like dead to me. I don't think I would be dead. No. I think I would.
I cannot have fallen. I would be in the halls of my ancestors.
And I probably just wouldn't be dead because I'm not really that type. Doesn't suit me. The color.
Perhaps these are the halls of your ancestors. There are many who roam these lands. This Elysia is the realm between the land of form and the land of formless, the land of the living and the ether. You are somewhere in between. And so are many others. But there are many who do not take well to their time here. They try to cling to their past selves and become tortured, pained beings that have no remnants of their former selves, but cling to their form. Which are you?
I don't understand.
You will in time.
And I think we
say,
should start there for the mid-game post for a second.
Mid-game post.
That's a great point to stop. We're only going to do a quick stop because I'm really enjoying the story, Justin, but you are clipping really badly.
Am I still clipping?
Yeah, we've been sending you a bunch of messages.
Yeah, like messages on everything, but I don't want to interrupt your story. But
Oh, no shit.
do you have your gate on?
Very, very subtly. It's at 0.6. There, it's off now.
Because you're,
Can you hear me
and
still?
there's a few people in chat saying the same thing. I don't know
Oh,
why.
really?
Yeah, you're also burning a little bit. But I think in Discord, do you know what I'm talking about with your input volume? Input sensitivity?
Testing. Yep. I can turn that up.
Turn it straight down to minus 100.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah,
That's
because I'm
what it
coming
was.
through Discord for them, eh?
That's what I was trying
test.
to tell you. You have to turn the input volume down. There you go. Okay, now. No, other way.
Can't hear you at all now.
Now I can't hear you at all.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you guys. Sorry about that. I didn't.
No, that's okay. We were trying to
Okay,
warn you.
That's why we wanted to, but
discreetly.
it's good. That's why I wanted to stop. So are you at like negative 100 decibels now for sensitivity, input sensitivity?
Sensitivity is as far to the left as it could go.
Perfect. And what was it at before? 70 something?
I don't know. I don't know what it was at.
But it was like a little bit in, right?
Oh, now it's at minus 100.
Perfect. I think that will solve that issue.
Yeah, it was automatically going at like minus 70, I think.
That was the problem, because I think what was happening is when you were talking. Also, in comparison, Justin is way louder, at least for me, than the
That's
others.
partly because Harlan and I are trying not to bleed into each other's microphones.
That's okay, though, because I can turn him down quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, but I think so. The way I tried to fix the issue before was I bumped my gain up on my microphone, which I think was causing me to burn.
Yeah, you definitely don't need whatever you have that high.
I've got that down. Tell me when it's good.
That sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're popping a little bit. There, you sound much better now. You shouldn't be clipping. And we don't really need to do a
Awesome.
post because we've had enough time.
No, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Thank our Patreon supporters. Let them know that they can look forward to a lot of audio clips of us vamping as their bonus content.
Probably.
A little bit of songs that we have been singing with really bad echoing. Yeah. Okay. What were we? Back to the game.
Wait, I'm going to get a bottle of water right here.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to go all the way over there to get a bottle of water.
Oh my god.
Water. Who needs water? Wow. How long was I clipping? That must have been for a while. Like that
It was
whole
it was for the whole old lady.
old lady bit.
Yeah. So that's where
sorry
we're kind of like, what do you mean, old lady?
So you can't actually hear her. Her voice is actually clipping in real life.
Whoa, how old is that?
All right.
How old is what?
Harlan took a half-empty bottle of vitamin water.
Nice.
I drank it only a few streams ago, I think. No, it's clear.
Very low volume.
Ooh. Needs a little gain?
No, oh, I'm sorry. Not low volume. I mean quantity.
What? I'm so confused.
Quantity?
Of liquid.
Oh, the liquid.
Do we need to be up? Because I can turn us up. Easy.
Like volume of a liquid? It has nothing to do with volume of noise.
There, I just turned us up too.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, not to be rude, but who is the girl? Yeah, let's not do all that right now. Let's go back to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we return back to Elysium.
Look, I'll give it to you straight and clear. I've been rambling, I know, as I tend to do, and I think my voice has been clipping in and out as well, which probably isn't very easy to listen to. But if you are looking to escape this place, I will tell you that you will need a few things first. First, you will need equipment. You are not the only ones who are present in Kynos. Many tortured souls, as I said, roam these streets, and we are lucky to have found a sanctuary fire here to warm our souls by. You will need equipment, and I happen to be a merchant. I could sell you some for a price.
And what currency do you accept? We have nothing. Rags.
But I will give you a weapon to defend yourselves with.
And she stands up and she walks over to her pack and she unfurls a tarp, reaches in, and she grabs 2 weapons.
I'll take a bow.
All right, one of them is a bow.
A great sword.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not just an
And she pulls out a rusty greatsword as well. And she hands it to you. No, but it's pretty flimsy. You feel that it's only going to give you a... When you roll for fighting, or it's dexterity for you,
which I don't have.
you add that to your attack, and then your damage is going to be 1d6 plus 2.
Cool.
And then for you, you're going to be rolling your strength, and it's going to be a 2d6 plus 1 for your greatsword.
Damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, on second time, I'll just take a greatsword instead, actually. That makes more sense.
You need the strength to wield it.
Then I'll just take a long
You're
bow.
not big enough. No, give me that back. And you're like,
okay. He's like dragging it around. All right.
All right.
You said we need, the first thing is we need equipment. What else do we need? The keys, obviously.
I do have more weapons, some of which have magical properties and such, but I will not part with those freely, for I do not know whether you will end up as tortured souls like the rest of them, and I don't want to have to fight for them back. What else do you need?
Well, you mentioned to the north there are castles, to the east there are plains. Was it to the south or the Garden Gate?
No, boy. To the west there's castle, and to the north there's the Clockwork Gates, the industrial district.
Not what you said.
yes, it is.
Fine. North is the Clockwork Gates.
South is the garden.
South is the Garden
East,
Gates.
the plains.
Oh, east is the plains.
And west is the castle.
I only had east, right?
I highly doubt that you will be able to find your way there in the next eternity.
These gates have been locked for thousands upon thousands of years.
Tell me, Crone, about these creatures that I might need the greatsword to wield against.
Ah, the tortured ones. Well, there are many of them. Some are worse than others. But they need help to pass on. Their souls are trapped in their bodies. And while they are abominations and will try to kill you on sight, if you manage to free their souls, I will be able to make sure they go to a good place. You asked me about currency, and she reaches into a bag, her backpack actually, that she carries, and she pulls out a jar. A jar that has flecked gold spout on the top. And it's made of glass that is lined with some type of metal material. And she says, do take good care of this. It will contain the souls that you release. They will be drawn to it. If you collect them, then I will trade you items for these souls, that I can return them to the ether.
So, are we going to get souls for killing these fools, or just for, like, returning all their cuckoos?
You're going to get souls for killing them.
Cool.
For killing the tortured souls.
I'm not really that useful then, am I? Because I'm a bad fighter.
But maybe you have other skills.
Maybe I can talk them to death.
Were you a magic user, maybe?
I was a magic user? Maybe. Maybe I was.
In a past life.
You know what? I think I might have been a mage.
Why else would you have become the mayor of your town if not for your magical prowess?
You're so fucking right, Ambrosia. Right. You said that there are a number of steps we need to do. Number one was to get equipment. What's number two?
Yeah.
Find the keys.
Find the keys.
And I must not have been listening. Where are the keys?
We don't know.
All right.
Well, there's a reason that these gates have been locked for thousands upon thousands of years. The gates, the keys, are held by the Warden.
Ah. Well, let's go kill this Warden then. Where's the Warden?
Very well.
Where does he reside?
Oh, he tends to hang around the center square, the place where I used to sell my wares to young folk of the town. You'll find him there.
All right.
He's generally by the fountain that the aqueduct feeds, or used to.
So you're telling us that all we need to do is find this Warden, kill him, and then we can get a key to one of these 4 areas, and then we can kill more and return their souls to you for better weapons, and eventually we can escape this place?
That is correct. It's as simple as that.
Well, Ambrosia, I'm not much of a fighter, but maybe I can tap deep inside me and understand the magic from within. Perhaps I can be more useful.
I hope so.
Well, let's not be mean about it. I'm useful.
No, I mean, I hope you can tap deep within yourself and find the power and wisdom that you know to be there.
Right, fair enough. All right, lady, wait here. We'll go see if we can get this key. And I guess I start heading towards the center square.
If you have any questions, I will be here.
Enjoy the fire.
She nods as she continues to grind something in her mortar and pestle.
Pestle. Yeah, I noticed you said that, which is cute.
Pestle?
I say that too. Yeah, it's
Pestle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it pestle?
Yeah, it's pestle.
It's
Oh,
pestle.
there's a silent T in there.
It's
Which is cute because I say nuclear and espresso.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
It's
All right,
weird.
let's do some fucking combat. I'm in.
Yes.
I need to sort of readjust my character, but up here.
Well, your character, there is a way for you guys to activate memories. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is a way.
I run up to Ambrosia and give her a hug.
And he runs up and hugs you. And there's the sound of drifting leaves being carried by the breeze.
Oh, I thought it was touching.
The alleyway.
We'll be fine. We're dead already, so it's not like... Have you ever been in a battle before?
You know, when we woke up, I would have said no, but now I feel like maybe... And I look down at my little gnomish hands, and as I stare at my veins and my fingertips, it feels like the whites... the veins on them are almost like blue bolts of lightning, and I look down and I say, maybe I'm not too sure. Maybe I have.
All right, so you guys make your way down the alleyway, and you round the bend, and you're not. It's not very far before you round a bend, and you can see where the main street of this district is on the other side of this. But between you and the main street is a person standing with their back to you, their shoulders slumped. They're just standing completely still.
When I turn to Ambrosia, is this one of the things that we're supposed to be killing? I guess she said everyone in here wasn't she?
Everyone but us and her are tortured ones. That's what she said.
Well, then maybe...
You stay back. She draws the rusty greatsword out of the sheath. And...
Excellent.
Slowly approaches down the alley.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so you're going to try to do this stealthily, or you...
Yeah, I'm going to try to stealth up to this person. It doesn't seem like they notice me yet.
All right, cool. So go ahead and roll your perception.
Is that... That's just a standard 3d6, right?
Yep.
All right, that's 11 for me.
Oh,
No
sorry,
cool
did I
stunts.
say perception?
You
Dexterity.
did. I don't have a dex. I don't have a dex score yet, so still that's just a straight 11.
I posted an image version of the character sheets, by the way, if anyone wants to edit and paint while we're playing, because that's what I'm doing now.
Beautiful. Excellent. So, it doesn't notice you. You managed to sneak up behind it. And you are going to do an extra 1d6 of damage for...
Incredible.
Oh.
What?
That doesn't actually happen in this game, but we're going to say it is for now.
Just for this once.
Sneak attacks. Just for this once. There's got to be some benefit.
I try to cut it clean in half.
Go for it. 3d or 2d6 damage plus, or 3d6 because the.
Do I have to roll to hit or?
Yes, you do. So 3d6 fighting is what you roll.
All right. So I stunted. I rolled 16, 17, 18, 19. I rolled a 19 and I stunted.
Wow, okay.
With
You
4
hit.
stunt points.
And what's your damage?
Combat stunt points are awesome.
I'm going to...
Or what's your drama die, sorry.
Drama die. I'm going to set up. I'm going to create an opening an ally can exploit. On their next turn, the ally receives a +2 bonus on the ability test of their choice. This decision must be made before the die are rolled. So I think I'm going to roleplay that such that as I slice this creature out from the opening, the mouth of the alley, it gives Moby a glimpse into the square beyond, into the street beyond me. And so maybe he can perceive what's happening next.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to stay aware. Take a moment to make sure I'm mindful of everything that's happening around me. Make a, I guess that's a DC, a TN 11 perception test.
Target number.
With a focus of my choice. So I can become aware of some battlefield situation that has so far escaped my notice or something similar. So those that's my stunt. I'm going to roll perception, I suppose. Or did you want me to roll damage first?
Roll damage first, yeah.
So I have a 2d6. You said give me an extra d6 for my stealth this one very singular time. I've rolled a 11 total damage.
All right, excellent. So your sword connects and wedges itself into this human side, and it lunges its head back and slowly reaches towards your sword and pulls it off of itself, and dry black ichor begins to ooze out of its side as it kind of lazily spins around towards you, and you see like half of its face is missing. It's got sharp teeth. It's got radiating green eyes, though, and we're not talking like Petra Saltzman green eyes. We're talking like like glowing like wisps of green smoke.
Monster eyes.
Monster eyes.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly
like
roll
moisturize.
to perceive something if I can possibly. I stunted again on that. I guess you can't double stunt, but can you? That's an 11.
You can stunt literally all over the place.
I did a perception stunt.
You did a perception stunt, which, just for the sake of the speed of the game, I'm just going to say we're going to just go with it.
Please.
You managed to look down the street. You got a glimpse of it, and you see 3 more of these, creatures down towards the fountain area. Which actually, you can see the fountain, which is in the distance.
Okay. And is it turn-wise? How does this work?
So we're going to roll initiative. So you're just going to be at the top.
Okay.
And then Harlan, roll your dexterity.
My turn. You made me roll a 3 at some point, and did you tell me what to assign that to?
I have 3 stats right now.
Okay, I only have 3 stats too then. Never mind. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 I have.
15 to your
Dexterity? Initiative, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to go before this creature goes.
Yay!
Amazing. And what did I give you in my stunt? I gave you a fucking setup. I created an opening an ally can exploit. On your next turn, you have a +2 bonus on your ability test.
I have a +2 bonus on my ability test. Nice. I also don't have a... Oh, I have fighting. 2. So that's not bad. But it's dexterity I roll for my bow, so I don't add anything to it yet?
Nope, nothing to it yet.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yes, I do.
You're gonna hit him with your bow?
Yeah.
Or I guess with arrows, I presume.
I throw my bow at him. Let's do it.
How do I work this thing?
How to work it? Let me work it. I stunted for 3 points.
Yeah, baby.
And
Nice.
+2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to hit.
Okay.
10 to hit. And then
Oh,
stunt.
to hit.
Yeah. I have to roll to hit, don't I?
Not quite. The arrow whizzes past his shoulder.
Oh, but she gave me an
and-
advantage to do something.
Yeah, +2 on your ability check. Did you add that too?
It is.
Don't remember. Did I add that already?
Your last roll was a 1, a 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 10.
Oh, yeah, I did add it too. Bummer.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So it whizzes past and it doesn't connect. Now this creature rears its head back and tries to bite you, Ambrosia.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, brutal. And it is going to hit.
Ouch.
So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys your defense points and stuff because I don't want to keep track of all of that.
I'm going to get chomped.
Happily.
Your armor is 0, obviously.
Okay.
Your defense is whatever your dexterity is.
Plus I don't have
10.
dexterity.
I don't have any, so I'm just 10 right now.
For now, it's 10.
Oh.
Your speed is, just say 5. Doesn't really matter. Who cares about speed? Nobody really pays attention to speed anyway.
That's pretty true.
We do in D&D.
Not really.
Health.
Yeah, you do. Why else did you pick a tabaxi?
Health?
Joe has 36 health.
Okie dokie.
And Harlan has 26. Now this thing hits you real good. So yeah, you're gonna take some damage.
Bring it on.
It's biting you. What was it?
It's also stunted a lot.
It has stunted the most it can stunt.
Do bad guys stunt?
Yep.
Is that allowed?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yep.
All right. So, you're going to take... Ooh, that's... All right. So you're going to take 6 points of Oh.
You did.
6 points of damage.
You did.
Okay.
6 points of damage, and he is going to use his stunt points. Now, how is he going to do that, you ask? Well, I'm going to find
He takes a
out.
big bite out of my beefy trapezoid. My beefy green trapezoid, which is actually my new band name.
Can I join?
Yep. Justin, you want in?
Beefy trapezoid?
Beefy green trapezoid.
Green trapezoid? Oh, hell yeah. There's already a band called Beefy Trapezoid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no.
All right. So you take another 5 points of damage. So 11 points of damage total from this bite that just sinks into your trap.
Moby,
Beefy green trap.
you see a sizable chunk of flesh ripped from my neck and shoulder. Bloodlust in my eyes as real orc blood just pours down my shoulder.
Yeah.
And
You're up.
I'm still trying to like pull my sword out of this thing's side, and she like puts her foot up on its torso and pulls it free and then tries to just run it through. I'm gonna roll to see if that even happens. Nope.
Oh no, what'd you get?
Oh wow.
Triple 1. I guess I stunt with a 1, but I don't hit.
You do not hit. That is the worst roll you can get.
Woo!
Ooh. So that really
I got
messes
hurt
up.
so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. Harlan.
I'm ready. Put me in, coach.
Do you remember being
Do you
like an
remember
OP wizard?
OP. I don't have a class yet.
No memory.
Damn it.
8, 9.
Memory of that yet?
Do I still get her 2? I don't.
No, that was a one-time only sort of situation.
Yeah. Nope. Don't hit.
Okay.
Well, fuck. Okay, and
I'm
then
gonna
this
get
thing
just
bites again.
Chomped.
Sorry.
It's
I
just gonna
can't
just
do anything.
keep biting you.
Well, can I even math out how did he say
You can move.
stream? How could I access more memories? How does Dark Souls work? Because I don't know. This sounds like Dark Souls to me.
Holy shit!
What the fuck is this?
Justin, stop it. Stop it.
If
How did
we
I get
die-
3
If we
ones?
die, don't we recarn? If we die, I think
that
we
is
go
a
back to the
good
sanctuary.
question.
We go back to the bonfire.
We go back to the bonfire, yeah.
So, 16 to hit. It definitely hits. You are going to take 3d6 points of damage again.
You got
Jesus Christ.
another fucking 6 stunned.
6.
How?
I did.
How?
All right. Wow. Well, you got
Anyone want to spend some
That's not that
XP? Let me
Anyone
know.
want to tell us how
11.
to become classes?
Another 11. All right, I'm down
Another
to
11.
How do you
a
do it in
healthy
Dark
14
Souls?
hit points.
How do you do it in Dark Souls?
all things considered. 11 isn't that bad for 3d6 plus 5.
Wow, it's not bad.
And we're back to you, Joe.
All right. I'm gonna try to chop him in half. This is what I do.
Oh fuck yeah! You've been bit twice. This time, loot.
I don't take on my gluteus maximus.
On your
Baby, your
gluteus
gluteus
maximus.
is not Maximus. Your gluteus is Perfectus.
Well, what if Maximus is perfectus? Hey, there we
Sometimes
go.
it is.
That's
What'd
an
you get?
11 to hit, and I stunted.
Okay.
So 11 hits.
Still-
Oh,
I
11
recall, right?
does hit. Yes.
I accidentally just exited out of INVICTUS. But that's fine because now I know the name that I've been given. Ambrosia. So 11 just hits, and I have 3 points to stunt. Do. I'm going to do a mighty blow, an extra 1d6 damage on my attack.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm going to that's kind of all I really want to do. I can stay awake again, which is just make a perception check for free, but that's
no,
kind of
that's
boring.
fine. So do another 1d6.
Okay, so I'm going to do 3d6 plus 1. Not bad. That's
All
fucking
right.
whatever that is. 13. Wait.
Sword connects with his shoulder and slams down, slicing the top left quadrant of his torso completely off, and it collapses to the ground with a spray of black ichor. And as this happens, a green floating wisp rises from his body, and you can see it. And
Comes from the green eyes.
It comes from the green eyes. Yeah, the eyes extinguish, and it begins to move towards you. And as it gets closer, you both feel this. You feel a sense that you can reach out and consume this soul, or you can put it in the jar.
Oh, interesting.
Throw it to me so I can become useful.
I mean, if you want to consume this soul, babe, it might be healing though, right? Which I need and you don't.
I'm thinking it's memory. Like, I'm thinking it's...
Do you think every bad guy that we kill is going to give us memories?
No, that's a good point. Okay, never mind.
I think it's HP.
Put it in the jar. Put it in the jar. Although Langdon and Carly both said I'll contribute XP to Moby to unlock his memories.
Amazing.
I will. Oh, go ahead,
I think
Joe.
Ambrosia just sort of half stumbles toward the corpse of this creature that she's standing over, and she just accidentally almost like inhales this green fume that's carrying itself on the breeze toward her.
Okay. And you experience a vision. Now, the effect of that vision I'll go over right now.
That's not good. I wanted it.
The effect can either be a memory, or it can be a memory of something that the effect will be healing.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's up to you, and it doesn't have to be your memory.
Oh, so I can remember something about Harlan's character.
You can remember something. Well, it's going to affect your stats.
Oh, okay.
But you can remember something about someone else's character if you like.
Oh.
But it'll affect my
Wait, what?
character only.
Oh, I see.
it will affect your character. Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead. Are you going to do it for a ability, or are you going to do it for health?
I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 2.
Okay.
And then that's what you will heal. And give me a memory.
I heal 9 as I remember eating a delicious roast beef sandwich.
Excellent.
It's amazing. And I just, for some reason, inhaling this like vapor almost, it hits my nose the same way that like horseradish would. And I feel like hot inside. And some of my flesh knits together. So
Beef sandwiches and knitting flesh.
I have 23 hit points now. This is fucking cool game, Justin.
Thank you. Okay, so you heal back some of your health, and you stand there. You can hear the breeze and the rustling leaves. What do you guys do?
Aren't there like 3 more demons or something?
Yeah, they're like down the way. They're close to the fountain.
Yeah, I'll try to fire at that one again. I have yet to do anything.
Have they seen us?
No. Have they seen us?
Nope.
Well, then I'll sneak up closer. Will that change my ability to hit them though?
No, you're in pretty far range right now.
Okay, I'll move up to short range and I will try to attack.
So you move onto the street because the way the alleyway is set up is...
Unless they can spend XP to make me remember a useful spell.
Oh, yes, they can. That's what I wanted to get back to.
Good.
Yeah, so as you are kind of standing there, you look over and you spot an urn that is glowing slightly.
I smash it.
And you smash that urn, and inside there is a glowing pink orb.
I run over and I drink it before you get...
slap you and say, no, Ambrosia, no. And I lick it hungrily like I enjoy licking things.
Okay, you have a memory. It can be your own, it can be of someone else, it can be for an ability or for...
I remember the gnomish culture. I forgot. What am I, Scottish or...
Welsh.
I was Irish.
I believe you were Welsh before.
No, I was Irish. I don't
Irish?
really remember. But point is, I do remember the gnomish. That's more Scottish now. I've waited too long to talk now. I've forgotten
full circle.
Going full circle. Let's go. How do Irish sound?
Let's do New Zealand.
No, that's Porrick. What was his name?
Prody.
Deeks. It's all right. Anyway, Irish. He says there's something special. Remembering in the gnomes that all of us were very much in charge of our own destinies. There was a beautiful church on top of the hills that would make sure all the gnomes went to school and studied, because all of us gnomes were born... That's still Scottish. I can't fucking do it anymore. I'm going back and just changing the accent. All us beautiful gnomes were born with powerful fingers and souls that had the ability to change things. And so we fine-tune that ability, and somehow I remember being one of the most powerful in my village of a mage. And I'm going to become a mage. So.
Yay, mage!
Okay, so I get
Nice. Okay.
Arcane Blast. Can I just call my bow an arcane device?
Ooh.
Normal range attack. The attack roll is an accuracy.
You'll need to get an arcane device.
We can do that.
Then you
But
know
you
what?
should be able to choose.
I'm just going to remember dexterity instead. So I'll roll 1d4. Back up all that. I remember all the people chaining us on bows.
I remember that, but I was also pretty good with the bow.
But I was really good with a bow. I don't remember how Irish sounds, so I
Okay, roll a 1d4.
can't do the accent.
Just say fiddly potatoes.
One. Fuck off. One.
Oh, no way.
Baby. Are you still going to assign that to dexterity?
No. I'll assign it to, I don't know, fucking strength. Intelligence, probably.
No.
Who spent that XP?
Carly?
One of them. Langdon or Carly. I think the first was Carly, maybe. Carly, Langdon, where should I put this? Dexterity? No. Intelligence, probably. Yeah, intelligence. I'm no longer a caster. And I'm just going to try to sneak as close as I can to the nearest thing and then shoot at it, I guess. Or
Okay.
just shoot at it. Whatever I can do in my turn. I want to kill something.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this. Come on. That's much better.
Harlan.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What's that? 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Yes, your arrow flies through the air and connects with a dwarf of these creatures.
Fucking A. Of course it'd be a dwarf.
And you can go ahead and do your damage for a bow, which I believe is 1d6 plus your dexterity.
You said 1d6 plus 2 for me.
1d6 plus 2, yeah.
Yeah. So 8 damage.
And then plus your dexterity.
And I never
Nice.
dexterity. So 8 damage. Geeks.
So, the three of them turn their heads and kind of spin around on one leg. One of them's a dwarf. Two of them look to be, one's a human, one's an elf. And they begin shambling towards you. They're not sprinting or anything, but they're running at a decent jog.
And I'm like, oh, Ambrosia, there's a few more over here.
And
I had it down. And I could do Scottish really well, but I can't.
Just make
switch
it Scottish
between
for
both.
now.
I don't want it.
So
roll for initiative
oh my
there, Joe.
God. Is this a good idea?
Yeah. Once I can actually start. I need the souls so I can actually play the game. I need the skills.
11.
Okay, you got 11. Okay, and then they got less. So, you're up next, Joe.
Okay.
Oh, should I roll dexterity too? Oh no, I'm just at the top.
Nope,
Can
you're at the top.
Can I make it over to where they are in my turn and act?
Yes, you can. And also, Harlan, because they didn't know you were there, I'm giving you an extra 1d6. So you can roll an extra 1d6 to damage.
Dope. Thanks.
Second question. How close are they all to each other? Are they just like, were they hanging out in a trio, like gossiping near the fountain, or?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Because if I go up and try to kill one of them, if all three of them attack me, I'm gonna be dead in one round, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just
yeah, they're all. Looks like the dwarf and the elf are the closest, and then the human's probably gonna get there around later.
The one that was already injured by Moby is which one?
The dwarf.
Okay, right. Well, fuck it. Ambrosia doesn't have anything to lose. She charges forward with her greatsword drawn, dripping with this black ichor. And she swings. Oops. All right.
Nice.
She hits, and she deals the following damage unto its form. That's 7, 8 damage.
Okay. Excellent.
I was really hoping
yes,
to kill it.
slash it in the side, and part of its arm falls away. And what is it going to do? It's going to
sing a
try to
merry
bite
tune.
you. Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. But you know, the part of him that knew how to sing is long gone.
Yeah.
There's a part of them that know
So-
how to sing. They're long gone. Well, we haven't really
That's right.
breaking point. Trying to remember the accent. Well, it's not my turn.
Well, you're doing all right there.
Thank you.
All right. So your defense is 10 right now, right?
It is.
So this hits.
Okay.
So you are going to take
200 points of
10
damage.
points of damage.
Okay. I have 23 left.
Now you're back
I
where
mean,
am.
13. 13 left.
But you're where I am in so far as health, so you don't have to worry about being too low. Oh, you're 10,
Okay.
13 points. Never mind, you're much lower than
Yeah.
me.
The
13.
second one, the elf is going to run towards you, Moby.
Oh
What
no.
are you gonna do? Try to fight your... I'm just a little guy. I found the accent again. What you gonna do? I stand to the side, ready to take them, and hopefully just hoping to dodge and talk as much as I can so that I can continue holding my accent as long as I can possibly.
Okay. So you are going to get hit, and you're going to take just one 1d6, just one. All right, you're going to take 6 points of damage,
I have
Lucky.
20 health.
and the human one is shambling closer.
I'm gonna die.
Can I act and distract it with my communication of 4?
You can try, sure.
Can I be like, come over here, you big galoot?
Is that your action?
Why not?
I don't. No,
Sure.
it's not my action.
You're
I don't
trying
wanna-
to draw the
I don't wanna waste
dwarf
my
over,
action.
or the human?
Whatever was going to go to her. I don't want to waste my action on it, though. Never mind. Maybe I don't want to do that. I want to, fight these things on my turn.
You do get a minor action. I could say
Oh.
that that's a minor action.
Sure.
It's like an ability check.
Listen here, you big galoot. If you want to take on someone your own size, take on someone like me. I'm going to say that to whoever is going to her to attack again because I want to help her. And that's 7,
four.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
And yeah, I'll say that works. I won't even do an opposing roll. The dwarf turns on you kind of stupidly and
You really
looks
don't
like
like
he's about
dwarves.
to move towards you.
The stupid, dumb, smelly dwarf.
Next is you. You
Oh,
get
now
to
it's
attack.
me. Perfect. I'm going to shoot that dwarf in the fucking face.
Do it.
You could kill him right now.
I'm going to kill him right now with... Damn it! Oh, you said I get another 1d6.
That's 2.
You already used that.
Yeah, that's damage.
Oh, that was to damage.
What? No, I haven't
You ever
rolled it
roll
yet.
that?
No.
Oh, roll it.
You gave it to me as a gift. It's a gift. Do my bonus die. Oh, did I clear it?
It's not to hit, it's to damage.
Oh.
Oh.
This is for damage.
Oh, then never mind. I didn't hit.
No, but you
roll it to
hit
damage.
before. The first arrow
From
that
the
you...
sneak attack.
Oh, add that to damage? Oh, that was 2.
Yeah.
So 2 to whatever I did before, which was like 8 points of damage. So 10. From last turn. But I missed this turn.
Okay.
Come on, you
And
big, hairy, ugly
we're
galoot.
on to them. You
Again?
start to,
No, me.
What about her?
Oh, you. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you.
I'm the one.
She's the
You start to feel like it's your turn to move.
I chase the dwarf as it turns toward my new friend Moby,
Aw.
and I try to run him through with my sword. I want him dead. Yes. I hit him. And I do
Okay.
6 damage.
You kill him.
Nice.
And
Take that, you big galoot.
And as the green fumes start to coalesce and waft off of his body, she blows it towards him. And then I run away.
Blows it towards me.
Are you
Yeah.
going to run?
Oh, the thing. I'll take it. Thank you.
I blow the fumes at you
I'll
as
take-
I continue running. I just kind of chase the dwarf down and I just and I keep going.
And I'll suck up the fumes to take another something before
Okay,
we die.
so are you going to take a memory?
Yeah. I want a fucking 4.
Roll a
Yes!
good one. Good job.
You got a 4?
Yes. I tighten the bowstring on my bow and I'm like, that's right. I'm fucking great at this. And I am now a good...
You just like feel the feathers and the
yes, I
arrows.
feel the feathers in my tongue. And
That's not how archery works.
That's how I shoot an arrow.
That's how gnomes do it.
That's how gnomes do it, down under. And I pull that bowstring back and I feel it tight in my fingers and I go, I remember now. And I'm flashed back to the gnomish colony I grew up in. And for a moment I was confused and I thought you're mages standing around casting silly little spells. But I remember, no, we were all fletching arrows and lining up our shots and singing them true into the crotches of giant dummies. The Robin Hood of Gnomes, they called me. And Kevin is my name. I remembered Kevin Costner. But I like Moby a little more now because I'm a new person in this new world.
Moby Costner. And I am ready and I'm waiting for my turn with vigor.
Excellent. So as you come back from this flashback, you see the other two shambling towards you before you have the initiative to run. But all of a sudden, there is a loud thud.
Warden.
Run! Moby, run!
And both the two creatures stop in their tracks. And they're still looking at you, but for a moment, their green eyes flicker. And they both turn simultaneously to walk off the side of the road. As a shadow emerges from a side street on the other side of the fountain. And the creature you see before you was definitely human once, but no longer. Thick biceps. It stands 20 feet tall at least. There is thick biceps, thick legs, massive body all around. Everything. It wears a hood with eye holes cut out. Looks like it's made of burlap, but there you can see the flies flying around it. It's stained in blood, it looks like. There's scars all across its body, and on his back he has a backpack that has skeletons and corpses stacked on top of one another in this cage as it rattles back and forth with each step it takes. And in his hand is a massive cleaver, much larger than Ambrosia's greatsword. It's at least 6 feet long. And it rears back its head and lets out a loud bellow. And begins to stomp towards you again.
Oh no.
Run, 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 run.
We can take it, I think. Probably not, really. Are there any jars around? Remember the things that we smashed and had souls in?
There's one more XP offered to you, if that's your question.
No, the soul. Those jars were part of the
Someone
world.
spent an XP to give you that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is that why you gave me the jar, Justin?
Yeah, that's why I gave you the jar.
Carly and Langdon both offered to you.
There might be more around, though.
Okay.
There might be more around.
Well, I'm thinking for you to get health.
Yeah. I can't do shit.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna be down in one blow.
Yeah.
So Ambrosia's running. You're standing there, pretty much eyeing this thing down.
I'll fire at it before I run, since I'm assuming I can probably run from it. It's pretty slow. So I'll fire first, I guess. Oops. I didn't mean
Up to you.
that. Yeah, I'll fire and then move. Fire and then 333. Triple threes.
Does a 9 hit? Oh, what's your total?
10, 11, 12, 13 to hit.
Nicely done.
13
And
hit.
does hit. You hit him in the chest with an arrow.
Brilliant. And I will stunt with a 3 called Lightning Attack. You make a second attack against the same enemy. You must have a loaded missile weapon to make a ranged attack. You roll doubles on this second attack roll. Oh, you do not get. If you roll doubles, you're not gonna. So can I just go again?
Yep. We'll say that your minor action is to load the bow.
Yeah. Does he have armor, by the way?
Doesn't look like it.
Perfect.
He's got a big backpack, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He's got a big jail backpack.
This is Dark Souls, and I love it.
You can make the second attack the same enemy with a different. Yeah. So I'm just gonna attack again. I have to roll the hit again, though, right? Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit.
12 to hit. It hits.
Nice. Oh, I didn't do damage the first time. So now I'm just going to roll. I'll just roll 2 damages. So 2d6 plus 4. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Wow. Okay. That's a solid hit.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I did it,
Good
guys.
job.
And then I run away forever.
So you fire at it with your arrow.
Zoom, zoom,
And
Zoom, zoom.
zoom, zoom,
do 14 points of damage? 15?
Wait. What did I just say?
Play the tape back.
15. Because I have 11 and
Guess
plus
we'll never
4.
know.
Okay, what's your speed?
I'm a gnome.
You said speed never comes into play.
Yeah, you literally said that.
5.
It's
This is
6.
the one situation where it does.
My speed is 6.
And his speed is also 6. So he's going to start chasing you down. He's barreling through the streets, charging towards you, smashing into walls. He was ripping the arrows out of his chest and throwing them at the ground as he chases you down the street.
I'm like
roaring behind you.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh no! I can do this. I can do it.
And as long as you're going to keep running, he's not going to catch up to you because he's got the exact same speed.
Well, I'll keep running for now.
I did get a head start, but my speed is 5.
Okay. You are fine. You manage to get back into the alleyway, and you watch as Moby
Mm-hmm.
runs down the street towards the same alley, I'm guessing, or you're running somewhere else?
What do you think?
Probably the same alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we
So,
we're dead.
You round the bend, come careening through, and you keep running and get a good distance back. You feel pretty confident that the alley is too narrow for this creature to get in. And sure enough, as you guys are several yards back, you see the shadow completely darken the alley. And this creature bellows as it begins to pound on the entryway. Blocks and bricks of the buildings beside it are collapsing and falling and flying. But you guys back away and round the bend. And as you hear the crackling of the fire, you also hear a chuckle.
I spin around. That Warden, it's impossible to beat. How could you send us there thinking that we'd have any chance? We don't even know ourselves.
Ambrosia wipes some blood off of her and just looks at her hand. If I'm dead, how do I still bleed?
These are all questions for another day. But I'm glad the two of you are finally able to see what you're really up against. And we're going to end it there.
Great game! Woohoo!
Good game, Justin. That was a lot of fun.
Good job.
Thanks.
Dark Souls.
Thank you
Dark
guys. Thank you
Souls.
guys for yes.
Right?
Dark Souls through and through.
I've never actually played it, so it's still new to me.
Yeah, very much Dark Souls.
I didn't get the references, but
good job, guys. Like coming up with the backstories and stuff. I think that this system, it was an experiment. I wanted to try it out. I think it could use some refining, but I don't know. I feel like there's kind of a potential to the kind of soul using to.
I think
character.
Here's my hot take. I think I really liked this system and everything you did with it. Had I known that's what you were going to do with it, I would have gone a very different way. Because like Joe's character is very much more suited for everything that you were doing. My character was very much not suited for it, because like the minute I understood what you wanted us to do, which I like. In fact, had that been like from the beginning, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a combat game. I really like the combat in Fantasy Age. I would have not bothered with a quirky character at all. I would have also done something badass, and we could have just mowed this thing. I almost wish that I didn't, because if we go back to this, I'd like to be a more strong.
Hey, we go back to this 2 days from now when Moby is fish food.
Yeah.
And
well, I don't want to kill Moby. I would keep him as like an NPC, but like make an actual fighter, because to me,
100%.
Yeah, that would be my only hot take. That this is a great system. Not for role playing so much right now. I think it'd be great in the later stages when we have what we have and the, you know what I mean. But like more so, the combat fun is really important to a Dark Souls type game. That's my feelings. That's all.
Definitely, I hear you.
But great idea, and I really like the narrative back and forth of all that kind of stuff. Like I think my head was also like, oh, we'll keep this light and silly, whereas I think the tone suits more heavy a little better, which I like.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure. I wanted to see how it played out, and I appreciated you doing the tone, because I think it does like this more silly tone. Yeah. Because I think you're right. I don't think it really plays as well to that, but I had no way,
and I didn't know what was beyond that, the dark cavern, right? Because like we could have come out and it could have been like clouds or so. Right. The minute I think it was we're at the fire. And the minute the lady approached, and I was like, oh, let's get out of here, and I was nervous, and then she's like, you have to fight. And I was like, okay, I picked the wrong character for this game. It's like showing up to a party and wearing like a costume. You're like, oops. It's like, it's a funeral. No, well, but great game.
I was kind of thinking, like, because that was the thing, like I wanted to try out the mechanic of Joe choosing your stats.
Which I do like as well.
And I wanted to leave it open, because like if Joe had been like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna give, well, I guess she could have picked like, kind of silly memories, and you could have picked silly memories for the other person, and it could have gone down that route.
Well, I think because I started narrating in the voice of like a silly character, Joe followed suit in the right way to fulfill that idea of a character. Like, put it this way. Here's the easy way to say this. When we come back to this, which I hope we do, I will probably request to sort of do a new player and keep Moby as like a companion 100%. Almost. Like put him beside me and like play an actual, because that would be a cute side character.
Oh, Moby's like the guy that we have to protect.
Yeah. Or like the guy who's like, I've been stuck here for so long, please. And then when we do the character building back and forth, we both have the frame for what this world is, and I think that's going to be so much more rewarding to like have more descriptive scenes that are like in the vein of fighting, because it even felt weird for him to pick up a bow. He was like he's the mayor of fucking Gnome Town.
And then meanwhile they're like, greetings Ashen One.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Did you play Dark Souls, Joe?
I've watched a lot of it. I haven't played it.
Oh, true. Yeah. That's funny, because there's a lot of, I guess, on my subconscious, because like I looked at a picture that didn't have a like jail on this guy's back, and then it turns out there is actually a character in Dark Souls.
I posted it in the
jail
Discord
on
chat.
Their back.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I haven't even seen that, but I must have seen it somewhere.
Dark Souls is pretty cool.
Not nearly as big as what you're talking about, but.
I'd love to get good at a game
Yeah.
like that. That's a really tough game.
Yeah, apparently it's.
It
I
is a
mean,
tough game.
you know that I'm not a very good PC gamer, so.
Bloodborne is supposed
Well,
to
this
be
is
really
it's a console game. They've got it on
Dark
PC,
Souls?
but it doesn't really translate as well because it's designed for console, and they tried to adapt it for PC, and it's still.
need to get a controller.
Well, I've heard really good things about Bloodborne, which is a PS4 game.
Yes.
It's like Cthulhu Dark Souls. So
Yep.
that would be kind of a cool game if we wanted to really try to mash at a difficult game.
No mayor
Couch co-op,
of
and
Dark
then
Souls.
when we each get bored, we'll just hand the controller. Be like, Justin, your turn. Then Justin's like, Joe, your turn. And we all
Oh,
just
that'd be fun.
take turns dying, eating chips. Anyway, let's do Endgame XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I had Endgame XP idea right around the beginning of the stream. Let me just scroll up.
For the people who are helping us troubleshoot our. So how are the audio issues at the end of this? I mean, I'm going to watch this back to figure it all out, but
It's sounding really good for me, actually.
Yeah, me too.
I think this might be a solution for the time being. I mean, it's a bit more complicated, but not too bad.
Colin Brow, I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, Colin. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. Said at 8:49 p.m., if you can't handle Invictus at their tech issues, you don't deserve them at their role playing.
I think that's a win right there.
Which I really like.
That's great.
Perfect.
And I was like, that guy wins XP.
Yeah, let's do
For
it.
sure.
All right, I'm in. Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you, Colin. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being patient, too. And I'm excited to return to this game.
Absolutely.
And excited to return next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we are doing part 2 of Horror Vacui. Chris will be over here, probably at Joe's computer, which will be great because Joe is working. And Justin and Chris and I will be continuing that story. Hopefully without the technical issues. I mean, at the very least, it'll just be this set up again, and I think this works. So there you go. Please join us for that next week. Other than that, hope you have a wonderful night. And as my buddy Justin always likes to say,
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Engelbert Humperdinck, good night.
Good night.